Hey, what's up guys? System Split here, back with another Pokemon Go video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you guys a really good lineup for the Premier Cup in the Pokemon Go Battle League. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first up for this team, we're going to have our good old friend Metagross. The moves you're going to want are Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash, and Earthquake. Up next we got Dragonite with Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, and either Outrage or Draco Meteor. And then finally we have Swampert with Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, and Earthquake, which is an absolute powerhouse. So hopping into our first match, we're going to be using Dragonite as a lead, and our matchup against Lucario is a fine one because Dragonite is part flying, which will resist those fighting moves. So we get off a Dragon Claw right here against Lucario, and I believe he does not shield it. Lucario does resist the dragon moves due to his steel typing, but we are definitely not going to shield this power-up punch. We are up against Togekiss now. We're definitely going to switch immediately into Metagross. Metagross is essentially a Togekiss killer, aside from Togekiss's flamethrower. You do have to watch out for that. So they did not shield there, and we are now up against Charizard, which is a very bad matchup for Metagross due to his steel typing. We get off a Meteor Mash right here, does a very good bit to Charizard despite the resistance. And we do not shield here. Now we're going to be surviving with a slight bit of health, and then we're going to be going in with Swampert. Now Swampert's Mudshot is not going to be doing much at all against Charizard, so we're going to be going in with a Hydro Cannon. And taking out Charizard, he goes in with his Lucario, and the opponent gives up, and that is GG, first win with this lineup. Now going into our next match, we are met with a Machamp, which is a fine matchup for Dragonite despite Machamp's Rock Slide, because the Dragon Breath will just eat Machamp alive on top of the very spammy Dragon Claw. So he shields the first one, hoping to get off a Rock Slide, so we are going to shield it. And sure enough, it is a Rock Slide. He goes in with Metagross, and we go in with Swampert, which will pretty much destroy Metagross with his Earthquake. Now, we do not shield this Earthquake, hoping it was a Meteor Mash. The opponent did play that well, and we go in with a Hydro Cannon. Now, the opponent did not shield, hoping he would, and we are going in with another Hydro Cannon, hopefully to finish the Metagross off. We do, and now we are met once again with his Machamp. We are not able to get a Hydro Cannon off there, but we go back in with a Dragonite for a Dragon Claw, and he shields it, hoping to get a Rock Slide off. He does indeed, so we're going to shield that up, saving the Dragonite, and then he goes in with a Gengar. Now with the Gengar, we are going to hopefully be saving it for an Outrage. Unfortunately, we are unable to get to the Outrage, and we go in with the Metagross, which is taking super effective damage due to his Psychic typing, but we take him out. The opponent gives up, and that is GG for the second match. Now going into our third match, we are once again using a Dragonite as a lead, and we are met with a Magnezone, which is unfortunately a bad matchup for Dragonite due to Magnezone resisting the dragon moves. Now we make a swap to Metagross, just in time for him to get off his charge move. He tries to bait with Mirror Shot, and then he switches into Gyarados, which is not the best matchup for Metagross due to Gyarados having Crunch, which will deal super effective damage to Metagross, so we shield this up 100%, and sure enough it is Crunch. So we're going to try and go back in with another Meteor Mash to finish off the Gyarados. We make it to the charge move, and he does shield it, hopefully to get off another Crunch, and he definitely does. Now we are not going to shield this, we're going to let the Crunch take out our Metagross pretty much, and we're going to go back in with Dragonite, finishing it off with a Dragon Claw. Not sure if I should have done that, but I just didn't want to take any chances. And when we got Magnezone again coming here against the Dragonite. Unfortunately, Magnezone will have Wild Charge ready. Keep in mind, he may potentially bait with a Mirror Shot. And despite Wild Charge dealing an enormous amount to Dragonite, we do not shield it up. And it almost takes the Dragonite. We are unable to get another one off. Now, I'm expecting a Mirror Shot here, but he actually goes in with a Wild Charge. I guess he really wanted to take out that Dragonite. So we go in with our final Pokemon, and so does he. And we got an amazing matchup, Swampert versus Metagross. We go in right with an Earthquake because he expects a Hydro Cannon, and we take him out. That is GG on the third match. Now going into our fourth match, we are going to be using Dragonite as a lead once again, and we are met with a Rhyperior. Now Rhyperior is a very good matchup against Dragonite, so we immediately switch into our Swampert. He switches into Roserade, which will absolutely melt our Swampert, unfortunately, and we go back in with a Dragonite to take out the Roserade. We get a Dragon Claw off, hopefully taking out the Roserade. We do. We are met once again with a Rhyperior. We get a Dragon Claw off before we can get his Rock Wrecker off, which would just one-shot Dragonite. and it connects, bringing Rhyperior just under half health. And we just barely get the final Dragon Claw off. He shields it, so we burn a shield there. And then we go in with our Metagross. Now he's going to have Rock Wrecker, and we shield it. It could have been an Earthquake. Now the Rhyperior could also have Earthquake, or he could have Surf. This is going to be Surf. Okay, not too bad. So he goes in with his Gardevoir, not entirely sure why. Metagross resists Psychic as well as being super effective against Fairy. Now we go in with our Meteor Mash and the opponent blocks it. Now this move is going to either be a Shadow Ball or Synchronize. If it's a Shadow Ball, it will one-shot Metagross. The opponent goes in with a Synchronize, we block that, and we are up against the Rhyperior, and that is GG. Now going into our 5th and final match, we are met with a Swampert, which is an amazing lead for Dragonite. Dragonite's Dragon Breath will eat Swampert alive, and the spammy Dragon Claw will take out Swampert quite easily. Now he does not block it, takes a good chunk out of Swampert's health, and he comes in with what I believe is a Hydro Cannon, which will do not very effective damage to Dragonite due to his Dragon typing. Now he goes in with Glaceon, we immediately switch to Swampert. Now Glaceon can either have Icy Wind or Avalanche. He charged up to it quite quickly, so I believe it's an Icy Wind. And we block the Icy Wind, and we go in with a Hydro Cannon. This Hydro Cannon is going to be blocked by the opponent, and we get off another one before we can get off another Icy Wind, which is great. We go in with a Hydro Cannon, he does not block, it takes a good bit off Glaceon's health, and we get a third Hydro Cannon off. Now the opponent has one more shield, which he most likely will not use, and this will take out Glaceon. Now we got the other Swampert going in, we do not block this, we allow it to take out our Swampert, and we go in with our Dragonite. We do not use a move, we just whittle it down with our Dragon Breaths, and we immediately go in with a Dragon Claw against the Charizard. He blocks the Dragon Claw, we get another one off immediately. We must keep in mind that Charizard has a Dragon Claw of his own, and it connects. A good bit is off of the Charizard's health, and the opponent gives up. And that's GG on the 5th and final match. 5 out of 5 battles won. Anyways guys, that was a fantastic lineup for the Premier Cup in the Pokemon Go Battle League. I had a lot of fun making the lineup, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, I would appreciate that a lot, and I sincerely hope that each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day.